Jerry. Listen, Jerry. I'm Bithead 1000. I'll just tell him my dog died. They're dumb as rocks. And who's in charge of wardrobe? Did you ever hear of an iron? Bithead 1000. Where have you been? Never mind where I've been. Where have you been? Have you been to the garage sales? Have you been to the thrift stores? Never mind about where I've been. All you gotta know is that I'm back. Listen, guys. I lost my way. I'm not going to lie to you. I was a quitter. I was a loser. I was a rat fiend and a fink. And I'll tell you what. All the games that we've acquired over the past year and a half, they're all gone. I sold them. I sold every last one of them. Except for the stuff that you guys sent me as gifts. That stuff I just couldn't sell. That stuff had sentimental value to me. I just couldn't get rid of it. And you say, well, why? Why did you do that? Why did you do that? Because it got to the point where I would wake up out of bed. I'd be stepping on games on the floor. I'd have games stacked to the ceiling in here. Not that I don't like that. I love that, as a matter of fact. But one day I had to sit there and I had to evaluate. And I looked around and I said, you know something, Jesse, what do you got here? What do you actually have here? And you know what it was? A bag full of shells. That's what I have, a bag full of shells. Because I had to say to myself, you have to excuse me, I hurt my neck at the beach the other day. You had to say to yourself, well, I mean, you know, how many of these video games that you have are video games that you actually like? And to be honest with you, 85% of them I haven't even played. And what was the other percentage that I even liked? I mean, let's face it, most of the stuff that you find at thrift stores, most of the stuff that you find at garage sales, they're not your favorite games. I mean, sure, it's all interesting and it's all a piece of video game history. But I mean, let's be honest. You know, what kind of actual collection was I building? And I got a little frustrated with that. And some other things happened in my life, and I decided to stop doing the channel. I guess I needed a break from it. I don't know if you guys have ever done a video game channel before. And I got news for you. I do a lot less work than most guys. Some guys that do these channels, they put a lot of work into the editing and whatnot. And even the stripped down show that I do, even though it is the greatest video game program in the history of human civilization, even this stripped down show that I do, it requires a lot of time and it requires a little bit of effort if it's going to be done halfway right. And you know what? I just bailed on it. I bailed on the show, and you know what? I was out of the show for like a month, and I was just disgusted with myself. And you know what? Every time I looked around and every time I saw these video games, it was another reminder about how I failed and how I quit. And it just broke my heart. So during like a week's time, I just did a fire sale. I just sold everything. I mean, we're talking about, I took every single Nintendo game that I had, which was over 200, and I just boxed them up in an enormous box. I put them on eBay, 99 cents, and let it ride. And you know what? I didn't get knocked out on it, But to be honest with you, I didn't do very well on this stuff. It was just like a blowout thing. It was like I got to get this stuff gone. I got to get it out of my mind. And you know, that's it. Like I said, the only stuff that I have is stuff that I've gotten from YouTubers. You know, that stuff I couldn't part with. It has sentimental value. I feel like a complete snake in the grass if I got rid of that stuff. And that was it. And I got news for you. It really set in when the garage sailing season came back around again. It really set in every Saturday that passed by. I mean, oh man, just weighing on me real heavy. Thinking I'm not out there, I'm not, you know, God knows what's going on. And you know what? I deleted a lot of my subscribers, so if you guys are out there, please ask for my my friendship again and my subscriptions, because I basically deleted a bunch of you guys, and not because I wanted to, because it was just so painful to see you guys up there and see you guys doing things, and I was sitting here just doing nothing, just rotting away. And it was just too hard. So, you know, the idea was burning in my mind that you guys are out there getting stuff, and I'm just dormant. I'm sitting around, and I said, I can't do this anymore. I can't do this anymore. And what really hit the switch is, one morning, I was making my breakfast. It was a Saturday morning. I said, what am I going to do this morning? And I said, you know what you're going to do? You're going to walk out the front door, and whatever direction your car is facing, you're going to get in your car and you're going to drive in that direction until you see something that interests you. You're going to let fate guide you, whether it be a girl walking down the block with a nice ass, or whether it be, you know, who knows, a store having a sale. But to be honest with you, I wasn't thinking of garage sales. And when you know, when I walked out my front door, there was a garage sale 2 houses down from me. And I said, let me go over there and check it out. And I was walking up and down the driveway, and I came across this. And this ain't no flower making basket. It was open up like this here, and I saw inside was video games. And I said to the guy, I said, how much you want for this? And he said, $10. He said, $10 for everything. And I told him, you know, I looked at it and I said, do we really want to start this? Do we really want to start this again? Is this the direction we want to head? And I looked inside and I looked at the guy. I said, how about $5? And the rest is history. So let's see what we got. Alright, we're going to start with this because this isn't the coolest thing in this basket, but it's pretty goddamn cool. It's an original Nintendo Entertainment System cleaning kit. In the box. It's kind of like in a Nintendo type box. And the box is kind of banged up here. But it's in there. Everything's in there. The instructions, everything. It's never been used before. It doesn't look like it's been used before. I thought that was pretty neat. And then we had we have Drew's famous dance party favorites. Okay, we got it. We got a stack of Sega Genesis games here. Okay. Let me just set the basket down here. We got The Lion King. Beauty and the Beast. Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine. Aladdin, Wheel of Fortune, Bassmasters Classic, Paperboy, Sonic the Hedgehog, Toe Jam and Earl in Panic on Funkatron. I'm a huge fan of the first Toe Jam and Earl. What a great game. And look at this. Bubba and Sticks. Bubba and Sticks, it looks like a almost like a promotional game from Bubblicious. I don't know, you know, I've never seen it around before. That's not to say that it's a rare game or anything like that. It might be very common. I don't know. Maybe you guys know something about it. But that's it. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 loose Genesis games. Okay. And here's the coup de grace. Here is the coup de grace. Now, I have to say that I'm excited about this, but at the same time I have to say this is such a goddamn kick in the ass. 2 TurboGrafx games. Now, this is what sealed the deal for me. If this isn't fate talking, I don't know what is. We got Keith Courage in the Alpha Zones. And the Legendary Axe. 2 absolutely classic games for the TurboGrafx 16. So here we are, almost 2 years later. Not 2 years later, about a year and a half later. And we find 2 TurboGrafx 16 games at the garage sales. In the bottom of a dingy basket. That's the magic of the garage sales, guys. And here we go. It's a new start. It's a new beginning. It's a rebirth. So I got news for you. I'm going to go to the garage sales, and guess what? I'm not changing the formula. I'm going to haul everything I can haul. We're going to take everything we can take. Because I got news for you. As much as I was upset with the amount of inventory we had and stuff that I never played and this, that, and the other thing, I miss every bit of it. Every single bit of it. And so now tomorrow is Saturday, and we're going to get out there, and we're going to start big time hauling. So if you guys are with me, here we go.